3 days, they packed in so much fun.
A lot of laughing, a lot of smiling. That'll be amazing.
It's a no-brainer. Travel the world, meet people. This was the best thing that ever happened to me.
You're listening to the DreamTrips podcast.
And welcome to another edition of the DreamTrips podcast. My name's Wayne McMullen, I'm your host, and I'm joined by my fabulous and glamorous singing co-host, Hannah de Klerk. Hiya, Hannah.
Hello. Wait, don't make me sing yet. We just started.
Yes, please don't make us sing yet, people, because you've been writing in and saying what a wonderful voice she has, and I question your judgment sometimes. I really do.
Who, me or?
The listeners, when they say you have a wonderful voice, bless them.
Oh, you know what? I think they're great judges because if anything, they know how much you love it, which is why they keep calling in about it.
I do love it. And you know what? There's nothing that really compares to your incredible angelic tones.
Why, thank you.
Except maybe a screwdriver on like a piece of rusty metal.
So what are we talking about today, Wayne?
We're talking about... DreamTrips is more than a ... So it's really DreamTrips is more than a vacation.
I was going to ask what the ... meant to you.
I think the ... is Wayne Nugent's thought process. Really, that's the way I like to look at it, because he's really into this DreamTrips is more than a vacation, and it really is more than a vacation. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree, but you're still keeping it pretty vague.
Well, that's why we're going to have this 2-part podcast.
Hey!
And that's, I think, really exciting, because this episode we're going to be talking to all of our members about why DreamTrips is more than a vacation to them. And next episode, on December the 1st, we'll be releasing an episode where we're going to be talking with the people that actually helped them out and made it more than a vacation, the people from the corporate office. So I think it's going to be interesting for them, don't you think so?
It will be interesting, and this is a great time to really talk about that because we have so many great dream trips coming up. The holidays, for instance, are coming up.
Oh, gosh, I love going to New York in the holidays.
Oh, well, some people can't be so fortunate to go to New York. No, I'm kidding.
I said I love going. I didn't say I do go.
You'll be working. What are you talking about?
I'll be working for definite. I'll be working on this podcast trying to make you and I sound intelligent.
You mean you?
Okay, me. Yeah.
No, but it's very exciting with the holidays coming up, even though it is, 90 degrees outside here in Texas, and we're all dying from pollen. Mm-hmm. But I digress. So we have some really neat dream trips that y'all should definitely check out. We have Christmas in Rome.
Oh, wow.
You can soak up the sun in Kenya over Christmas if you want to get away from the cold. Or you can even ring in the new year in the City of Lights.
What's the City of Lights?
Las Vegas.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It does sound like fun.
It does sound fun.
So I'm pretty excited.
Do you think they'd have lions and tigers and bears in the City of Lights, or do you think that would be more in Kenya?
You know, I would probably say in the City of Lights.
Okay, yeah.
Because we've had the MGM Grand, right? And they have those lions.
And tigers.
And bears.
Yeah, sure they have bears, Hannah. Mm-hmm. So I guess we should really go into what this episode is all about. We've got an incredible little interview from one of our members from South Africa. Coming up on today's feature. So do you think we should hit the road with it?
I think so.
Well, then let's hear.
All right, let's do it.
Today's feature.
I'm here today with Craig Christians, who is a member from Cape Town, South Africa. How long have you actually been a member of DreamTrips, Craig?
I've been a DreamTrips member since the 25th of Feb 2015.
So a relatively new member then?
So right now it's about a year and 6 months.
I got you. So have you done much traveling before becoming a DreamTrips member?
Well, before DreamTrips I'd been overseas once and it cost me quite a bit of money to go overseas that time.
So if you don't mind me asking, what was it then that made you want to actually join our travel community?
When I saw the reduced prices and the amazing experience, I was like, this is a no-brainer, I need to get started in this company.
What would you say you enjoy most about your DreamTrips membership?
So what I enjoy most about the DreamTrips membership is the exclusivity that we get. For an example, when we go on trips, getting over and above what you're expecting, things that they don't tell us we're going to get, we're getting extra things when we do arrive on all the different vacations that we actually do book. So that's what I love about it.
And of course, let's not forget about DreamTrips Local that's just launched in South Africa, and it's growing so quickly here.
So what I love about DreamTrips Local, I'm someone that likes to go eat out a lot. If you look at my Instagram, you'll find a lot of food pictures. So my friends and I, we went out to one of the local restaurants here in Johannesburg. We got a lot of points back because of our bowl. We're going again tonight.
That's awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about a dream trip that you've taken recently?
Okay, so the last dream trip that I've taken was a cruise from Durban to the Portuguese islands in Mozambique. That was 5 days and 4 nights on the MSC Sinfonia. We got to the boat, we had a host that was on board. The host sorted out everything for us. On the first night, we had a private party just for our members. There were about 30 members on board. Then all you can eat was included. Because I'm a platinum member, I also received a $100 onboard credit. So all our drinks was covered by the $100 credit. And then the final night as well, we had a farewell dinner and a farewell party as well, which was quite cool, where the rest of the people on board didn't have these extra perks. So that was what I loved that experience, and I'm definitely going to go on another cruise as well.
So that's great that you're a platinum member. Would you say it's definitely worthwhile upgrading to platinum? Would you recommend that to other members who are within our membership?
So being a platinum member with DreamTrips, you're able to apply more points to the trip. So you're paying once off a bit extra and a bit extra every month, but you're going to be able to experience a lot more. You're getting exclusive platinum only perks on the DreamTrips, like one of them which was the $100 credit on board on the boat. Another one of the DreamTrips I went on, I got an 800 Rand hotel voucher. So again, you're getting over and above what you didn't expect when you are getting on these trips as well. I'd definitely recommend people upgrading from gold to platinum when they can afford it. It's definitely a lot better than being on a gold membership, because I've seen a lot of my friends when they come with us on the dream trip, they don't get the perks that I would be getting being a platinum member. So yeah, it's an amazing experience.
Well, I guess you really like being a platinum member. That's fantastic. What do you feel is special about DreamTrips then that differentiates us from the other companies that are out there?
I think what would separate us from any other company is the fact that when you're booking any other way, when you're booking a vacation any other way, you're going to obviously have to go and book each thing individually. Like you'd book the hotel, you'd book the excursions, you have to go and pay for all your meals separately. But with DreamTrips, you're getting everything in one combined package. So you're getting the 5-star experience, you're getting a private host, you're getting the DreamTrips gifts on your bed when you arrive. You're getting all these extras that maybe you didn't expect. So getting a whole package and not having to go and decide what I want to do when I actually arrive at the destination, that's quite cool. And having a host to sort everything out for me, that makes everything a lot more easier.
Well, that's great to hear that you, our members, really do enjoy and appreciate the experience that's put together by our planners and all of the specialists that are back in the home office. So why don't you tell me about this incredibly unique experience that you're actually going to be having today?
Cool. So today we are at a DreamTrips event. It's at the Elephant Sanctuary at the Hartbeespoort Dam. Today we're going on an elephant ride. I've never been on an elephant in my life before. I've actually never seen an elephant in front of me before. So it's an experience that I'm looking forward to, and it's going to be a memory that I'll be able to take back home to share with my friends and family as well. And I know they're watching me on Facebook Live, so that's really cool too.
I can see how excited you are. Are you going to ride one of the elephants as well?
Yeah, I'm going to be riding the elephant. Hopefully I don't fall off. That'll be quite a joke.
So what excites you most now that you know more about the membership and have been using it for a while?
Oh, looking forward to earning my way to the next vacation.
I could definitely hear you there. I mean, it's awesome being able to earn Dream Trip points towards your next vacation. So speaking of next vacations, have you thought about where you want to actually visit next?
I haven't booked the next dream trip yet. I'm actually waiting for a few of my friends, but we've been looking at Zanzibar, we've been looking at Thailand. We haven't decided yet, but we're looking forward to the next one.
Well, Craig, I hope you have a fantastic time no matter where it is that you go. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of this incredible dream trip to chat to our listeners.
Thanks.
Today's feature.
He's on Instagram a lot, and I know that DreamTrips is on just about all social media, and they've got some big news coming up, right?
They do. And you know what? Our social media is such a great addition, if you all don't know a lot about it, for our membership to stay in contact with each other, especially whenever it comes to going on trips.
Exactly.
But yes, so we have a new feature coming up. It's called Snapchat. Have you heard of Snapchat before, Wayne?
I have heard of Snapchat. Even though I am 52, I have heard of Snapchat. I just don't know how to work it yet.
Because I was going to say, it is particularly popular with the young millennials. So even myself, being 29, I don't Snapchat a lot because I don't really understand.
Gotcha. But I mean, it seems to be all the rage right now. Everyone's talking about Snapchat, and I know that Jason, who's coming up next, is going to be talking a little bit about some of our social media posts.
And the really neat thing, if you all don't know a lot about Snapchat, it's a mobile photo video app that allows our users to share snaps for up to 10 seconds, and then it gets deleted forever. Also you can choose to have the stories.
So don't leave a message for us at the DreamTrips podcast for that.
Appropriately, please.
Exactly.
It can be viewed for up to 24 hours, and I can tell you that we will be using this to post events, promotions, we're going to have ongoing content. And even, get this, we can do behind the scenes.
That would be so cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you all can see what goes into making this podcast. And even Wayne's face, if you really want to.
Yeah, we'll do it with a filter though, right?
Hashtag no filter.
Exactly.
So stay tuned for more about that. So we're very excited about it.
Well, all this talk about social media, let's just lead straight into Jason Clayton and the Social Beat.
The Social Beat.
And here we are again with the Social Beat with my friend from Tennessee, Jason Clayton. How you doing, Jason?
Tennessee, what's up, Wayne?
You know what, maybe we should clarify for people here. Hannah and I have a lot of fun joking that you're from Tennessee, and I shouldn't really joke about accents because I've got one, and Hannah's got one, and all of our members have got one. Where is it you're from?
So I'm from a little place called the Rainbow Nation. To give you a little clue, grew up in Pretoria, South Africa. 19 years of my life, and moved to Texas about 6 years ago.
Well, you've got some great stuff here on the Social Beat today. Why don't you start off and rattle off? We were talking about what makes DreamTrips more than a vacation. I know you've been hunting through all of our posts and reviews and things of that fun nature. What's your first one here? I see it's from Israel.
Yeah, this is a really great episode, I think. And at the end of the day, what really comes down to it is that people love the fact that it's all about the community. And so Raziland from Israel shared, without a doubt, this is the way in which family, friends, and I have to live. We were born to live. Live means to travel and get to know places we didn't know, cultures and people from all over the world. Hashtag life is good. Hashtag live it well. Hashtag YSBH.
Gosh, you should be here for definite with this one.
Really, at the end of the day, what's special and unique here is that he's creating bonds and meaningful experiences from people along the way.
That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Now, we've got the next person. The name I'm even having issues with. So I'll let you take it from this one, Jason.
Yeah, so Paulina from the UK actually mentioned it's an
Okay, now you can't leave me hanging like that. I said the name's difficult and you go, Paulina from the UK. It's Paulina Maria Aurea Rakowicz. Tell us what Paulina had to say then.
So Paulina shared absolutely amazing way of traveling with my family and friends. I have met my partner last year in Budapest, Hungary, making new friends from around the globe, traveling in style like a VIP to the best luxurious 4- and 5-star hotels. This company is fantastic, great customer service, and caring about satisfaction and great time with others. Definitely recommend it.
Wow, that she found her partner. Yeah, I hear that quite a bit from our members.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most special things to discover in social is when people share how they've met their life partners, how they've had children along the way through dream trips that they've taken with us. And we look forward to seeing more of these in the social posts to come.
That's really great. That's really great. Now we head back over to the United States and good old sunny California.
Yes, from La La Land. So Barbara Miller actually shared, I love the social community aspect of meeting wonderful new friends who all love to travel and experience the best of what life has to offer. Add in all of the extra perks, from saving money in our everyday lives to having hosts available to ensure a great time, to the amazing use of technology, to the heart of this company, which is to make a difference in the lives of people globally. I'm a member for life.
Wow, making a difference in the lives of people globally says it all for me. I mean, because we make a difference in the lives of people who are members. And of course, our World Ventures Foundation does a phenomenal job in making a real difference in the communities in which we visit. And now we actually go back over to your part of the world where you hail from South Africa.
Yeah, so Andrea Rutledge shared all of the amazing people I get to meet and the friendships formed with them. Because of DreamTrips, I now have friends from all over the world.
Wow. You know, and I think you and I do too. We get to travel a little bit with this company, which is one of the perks of working here. And it's really great to be able to keep up with those friends on social media and through the app as well. It's a cool deal, isn't it?
It's amazing. And, you know, I was recently in Sydney and I met so many members there who added me on Facebook and continued to share their experiences at DreamTrips local restaurants. One member actually shared their experience at the Flynn, which is a restaurant in Sydney. And I happened to actually visit there, and they have burgers the size of my head. I'm not kidding you. And,
Jason's got a very large head too.
And so it's just really special to meet people and really recognize the value that our product is bringing to their everyday experiences.
Yeah, you're right that the experiences really are something incredible. And speaking of experience and keeping in touch with people and stuff, how can they get in touch with us on the DreamTrips podcast? We'd love to hear from them on social media.
What we suggest is actually tagging your experiences. Use the hashtag DreamTrips podcast. We also have a phenomenal new microsite that houses all of our episodes, and you have the opportunity to actually view those. Just continue to share what you think. We always want to see what you want to hear from as well.
Jason, you put it perfectly there. Just send us the information that you want.
Yeah,
remember,
absolutely.
This is your podcast. This is your social beat. And this has been your social media maven, Jason Clayton, here with the social beat. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Wayne.
The social beat.
You know what I really enjoy about the Social Beat is it just really shows the type of community that we have. We bring together people from all walks of life and internationally too. I mean, I feel like we kind of have that vibe here at World Ventures, just in the corporate office. I mean, we've got you.
Exactly. I'm from England, of course. Mm-hmm. We've got Jason, who's from South Africa.
Yes. If you all didn't know, he is not from Tennessee.
Yeah, we chatted a little bit about that. He's a good sport.
He's such a good sport. You know, we really enjoy it. And I think even if you all were to come to World Ventures and take a tour or look around, we really do have, you know, a very diverse group of people that really help. Well, and then you have, you know, me, Hannah Janice DeClerc from Arkansas originally.
Did you know that the toothbrush was actually invented in Arkansas?
That's a joke, right?
Because if it had been a teeth brush, it would have been invented somewhere else other than Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
We've got some great people in Arkansas, so no disparaging comments towards anybody in Arkansas.
I'm about to say, I mean, the British. Are you all known for your dental care and all of that?
Sure,
I remember.
We're very well known for having no dental care.
Yes. Maybe that's why you and I get along so well.
I got to say, the last time I was over in England, I was really shocked at the number of pearly white, perfect smiles I saw. I think it's the younger generation is being influenced, you know, by the world that we live in. So it's a big difference, unlike myself, who has 3 teeth missing and 2 of them in the front. Here you go.
You were like... just mentally picturing that sounds pretty awful, but I promise you Wayne does not look like... Well...
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Moving on.
So we would still, of course, love to hear from you. Our podcast is all about community and our membership, and it's all about you all.
It's about engagement.
It really is. So, you know, please feel free to reach out and leave us a message on Skype. It's just under DreamTrips Podcast. And in the future, please stay tuned because we are planning on eventually getting a... voicemail.
And I'm hoping that next episode we'll be able to announce that.
Yeah, so I mean, we are super excited to be able to hear from you all, get your feedback, any comments, questions, concerns. You can pick a song that you want me to sing next.
Any excuse for Hannah to sing.
Yes.
Not,
just keep it appropriate.
Exactly.
Because I can't do any bleeps on air.
No, definitely not. And it is a family podcast, and we're very much involved in making sure that our community is safe and appropriate for everybody from all walks of life.
Yes, absolutely. So with that being said, Wayne the dad has given you all like your little lecture.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's my job.
So tell us a little bit. So we're going to go into the membership spotlight.
Oh, gosh. I've got a great guy in the membership spotlight. So please put on your British headphones if you have a pair, because I'm actually speaking to a chap from my part of the world.
Are we going to need to have subtitles for this?
I don't think so. I think we're both understandable to our own audiences.
This is so true. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Let's hear it.
Member Spotlight.
Today I actually get to speak to somebody that speaks kind of the same language as me. You might hear a slight difference there if you're from over in the old country, but if you're American, you probably won't hear any difference whatsoever. But his name's Eamon O'Brien, and he hails to us from Dublin in beautiful Ireland. Welcome to the podcast, Eamon.
Great to be on board, Wayne. Great to talk to you.
How long have you actually been a DreamTrips member, Eamon?
Just over 3 years, and loving every moment of it.
Wow, that is a long time. So during that time, obviously you must have found things that make DreamTrips more than a vacation to you, and that's why we've obviously got you on the podcast. So tell me, my friend, why is DreamTrips more than a vacation to you?
I mean, look, it's very simple. It's the people, it's the experience, and it's the relationships. And, when I first came to DreamTrips, I came, it was the pricing and stuff like that. But the reason I stayed a member is because of the people. And I remember one experience that happened earlier this year. Obviously, I'm here in Ireland, but went to Greece, and we flew into Thessalonica. So we were there. We decided to spend one night there before we actually went on the dream trip, and opened up the app and found that there was a DreamTrips local restaurant there. Never been in the city before, so hit one of the two buttons, Google Maps, went to there, and they actually had a perk. So when we walked in, we got treated really cool. When we sat down, we told them that we were with DreamTrip. Had a really nice meal. We earned about 11 DreamTrip points, which was really cool. And then the day after, we went to the DreamTrip in Greece. There was people there from all over the world at that DreamTrip in Sabota. And we got talking and connected with some cool people from New York. And thanks to the messenger on the DreamTrips app, we were able to talk to people beforehand and afterhand. So it's like we already knew the people before we even got on the dream trip.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, I don't think a lot of people out there actually realize that, you've got that DreamTrips app, and you can search out the restaurants, and you can, keep in touch with people. Is that something that you utilize quite a bit?
Definitely. If ever I'm going to a city where I haven't been before, or even wherever I go now, I just check if there's something there, whether I'm in London, here in Dublin. I use it every week. I'm in a DreamTrips local restaurant. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, if you're going to eat, why not earn some DreamTrips reward points that you can use towards future trips? It just makes sense.
So you went on this trip to Greece, and you stayed in touch with some of the people?
Yeah, definitely. Like whenever you go on a dream trip, you meet some of the most amazing people from all over the world, and you got that connection. Like, you see their DreamTrips band on, and it's just a conversation starter, and connected with a couple of people. And then a couple of months later, about 3 or 4 months later, there was a dream trip in Dublin, and members from New York ended up coming over to the Dublin dream trip, and we showed them around Dublin. We had a good time. And then a friend of mine is going to New York on a dream trip and meeting up with some of the initial group that was on that dream trip. So now we're traveling around the world, meeting people. So it's the community. I remember on my very first dream trip in Rome years ago, I'm still on Facebook, and I'm still talking with some of the people, years later, more than 3 years later. That's the community we have. It's amazing.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, it really is all about this community that is DreamTrips. And to me, that's what really makes it more than a vacation. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. The very first time I went on a dream trip, people seeing that little band, and they just came up talking. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what quite to expect. But it's just that community spirit. Like, I've booked with, you name it, every other booking engine out there, but you don't have someone coming up to you and it's like, oh, have you booked with this website? And they'd be like, oh, no, what? But with DreamTrips, when you see people with that little DreamTrips band, you know that you have something in common, whether they're from New York or Hong Kong or Ohio or, wherever, that we're a part of one global family, and, it's great.
So what's the next trip for you, Mr. O'Brien? Got any cool plans coming up in the future?
Next month, I'm off on the mega dream trip here in Europe. So we're going to Cyprus. I'm going to be joining about 800 other members from all over Europe, all over the world. And it's going to be our first mega dream trip. So I cannot wait for that.
Well, it sounds like you are totally invested in being a member with DreamTrips, and it sounds like you're having a great time. Eamon O'Brien, thank you so much for joining us today on the DreamTrips podcast, my friend.
Wayne, anytime.
Member Spotlight.
So that was really neat. I've been practicing saying his name a little bit, but is it I can't do it.
Eamon O'Brien. It's funny because we actually chatted about that. He said, before we started the interview, he said, do you know how to pronounce my name, Wayne? And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's Eamon. He said, because a lot of people don't understand it, and they can call me Eamon or Iman, things of that nature.
Is he British or is he Irish?
He's from just outside of Dublin. Really nice guy. And I thought it was really cool the way he hit on some of the points about the chat features within the app. I mean, that app really is something incredible, and kudos to our digital team that put it together. All of our members should really go get into the app and hit all of those buttons and see exactly what's in there. And of course, you can find the Dream Trips podcast in the app. If you're on an iPhone, go to More. If you're on a Droid, go to Menu, and then just hit the membership button, and then go to podcasts and check out all of the podcasts that we have. So it's really a cool deal. Really
Absolutely. Is. And if you got lost within Wayne's rambling, you can also go. We have a microsite now for the Dream Trips podcast.
That's great.
You can access that through our Facebook page. So, just to help you all out a little bit.
Exactly.
But also, a neat feature about our app is the fact that you can also go in and pick a restaurant that you'd like to eat at.
Yep.
And I was going to ask you this because I found this really neat, but whenever you think of food in Texas, what comes to mind generally?
Barbecue, without a doubt. And I know that it's a big controversy as to who has the best barbecue, whether it's Texas or St. Louis or whatever it may be. But gosh, the barbecue down here in Texas is just to die for.
But no, I asked you that question mainly because it does segue into my Dream Trips local update.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I had the privilege of speaking with Lisa Head. Mm-hmm. She says no relation to Eddie, but they do like to pretend like they're cousins.
I would too if my last name was Head.
I know. It's pretty interesting. They probably are twice removed. But Lisa has been with the company for 8 years.
Wow.
And she recently had a wonderful dining experience at Cafe Izmir.
Oh, that sounds like they have great barbecue there.
Oh, wonderful, right?
Wonderful Turkish barbecue.
Yeah. The hummus.
The hummus.
No, but it just shows right there. And of course, Cafe Izmir is one of our merchants. But, and that's the wonderful thing is even if you are local, you can still explore in your own backyard.
Well, let's hear your Dream Trips local update then, Hannah.
Dream Trips local updates.
So I am here today with Lisa Head, and she has been a member for about 8 years now. Is that correct?
That's right.
And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about our local merchants for Dream Trips Local. More specifically, I know that we have even locally very unique and interesting and fun vendors and merchants that we work with. One of which is Cafe Izmir, which I believe you were telling us is one of your favorite restaurants. Is that correct?
Correct. We got to go experience that a few weeks ago through Dream Trips Local. We'd been to the restaurant prior to it being on the program, and we had an absolute amazing experience. We went to the new Plano location, which had just opened. The owner was there and just gave us VIP treatment. So it was fantastic.
So tell me a little bit more about that VIP treatment.
Well, from the standpoint of when we sat down, they were very welcoming, great customer service. The food started coming out quickly. It's more of a tapas place, so you get to try a lot of different kinds of food, and we're very adventurous eaters as well, but we love the Mediterranean. It's more Mediterranean type of vibe there with their food, but a great variety of different things to try. And because we didn't order their famous hummus, for example, they brought it out to us for free and said, you must try the hummus. And it was absolutely outstanding, but we just had an amazing experience. And the customer service was one of the things that really made it, in addition to the delicious food and being able to earn points to spend on vacations for eating there. So that was the icing on the cake.
So you said you got the VIP treatment. They brought you out hummus, and you mentioned the customer service was great.
Actually, the owner was at the door that evening, and he's the one that showed us to the table. We did not know it was the owner at the time. And so he was very interactive with us.
So what are your thoughts on Dream Trips Local and, more specifically, the ability to earn points?
Well, I think it has been a great idea. like we mentioned earlier, I've been with the company for several years and had the opportunity to take some amazing dream trips. But, one of the things we've always looked at is being able to have more value when we're at home and we're not traveling. And so when the company rolled out DreamTrips Local earlier this year and gave us the opportunity to be able to have local experiences, even when we're not traveling on a dream trip, to be able to, go explore different restaurants or new restaurants, have those new experiences. And then as the program expands into other entertainment and things as well, I cannot wait to see all the other great ways we're going to be able to earn points and be able to spend those points as well. So it's been awesome. I love DreamTrips Local. I love the value that it adds to our membership and how it enhances the overall program.
8 years with the company, that's huge. So I would think you've been to a lot of cool places.
I've kind of lost count. We've been on over 70 vacations, and over 25 of those have been dream trips. But we've used our booking engine to book a lot of the others and enjoy great rates through the net rate hotel program, or maybe to extend a dream trip and stuff. So we've had the blessing and opportunity to earn a lot of reward points and travel credits over the course of time.
Do you have any wishes for the program in the future?
One of the things that I look forward to is being able to see it expand, not just from restaurants and different things, but into a lot of different types of activities that we may be able to go take advantage of. Like, I know there's already some things that are starting to emerge on the program, like spas and different fun outings. Maybe it's things that we can use for checking off our bucket list around our local area or our region. Fun activities. Maybe we want to go zip lining or we want to go skydiving, and being able to earn points for doing some of those things that might be someone's bucket list item just to experience around town. One of the things I love about DreamTrips Local and the convenience of having it on the app is when you go underneath the Discover tab, maybe you're just getting ready and you and your family are wanting to go out for dinner one night. It's like, well, there's always that decision. Well, where do we want to go tonight? What do we want to eat? Well, I don't know. What do you want to do? Well, now, whenever you're in one of the cities with DreamTrips Local, you just pull up your app, scroll through, and what sounds good? And then it makes picking a restaurant a lot easier. And then if you're still trying to decide, what we like to do is we'll pull up the calculate button and see how many points are they giving us for eating there. And then you can put in, if you're going to spend $50, for example, you can see how many points you would earn. And well, let's go there. We'll earn a lot of great points for our next vacation just by eating at that restaurant. And we get to try maybe a new place, or maybe it's became one of our favorite places. So we love going through and trying different restaurants on the DreamTrips Local category so that we're able to make the decision a little bit easier and have some fun in the process.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much again for taking the time to speak with me and our audience about your experience with DreamTrips Local.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. It's been great to be here and to visit with you about our favorite program and product and how we're enhancing the DreamTrips membership.
DreamTrips Local updates.
That was really cool, Hannah. It looks like you ladies had a bit of a romance going on there, didn't you?
We did. We had so much fun together, and there's so much, unfortunately, that couldn't make the podcast because of time. But
I know.
We shared a lot of laughs, and she's just a wonderful person. She's great. She's so much fun. And, just saying that itself really reflects what we're trying to do, or what we can accomplish with the podcast, is people are more relaxed and we have fun and we really get to know them.
And that's what it's really about. It's about engaging all of the members of our community and really making them feel like they got a home here at the podcast, and got a home within DreamTrips. And really, I think we've been delivering today really why DreamTrips is more than a vacation, for definite.
But I think it's also neat to mention, I don't know if you all caught it, but Lisa talked about how we are now doing more than just dining experiences.
Exactly.
There's entertainment and, different fun experiences. So, we will definitely be touching on that in the future. And, we could even be seeing one of our own going and experiencing.
Experiencing what?
Don't make me sing.
Oh, go on. You've been dying to. I managed to hold her off for the whole episode. What's your singing clue?
Well, let's just say this one comes from a little known lady named Shania Twain. Whoa, totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Da-da-da-da, do it again. Dot, 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 dot. Man, I want now. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but mainly, man, I feel like a woman.
Okay.
Let's go, girls.
I get the feeling I'm going to regret this one. I really do get that. Okay, Hannah, somebody put the choker chain on her.
Don't make me stop. I can't stop. I'm in my groove.
Don't make us stop.
I'm in my groove.
Well, it sounds like we've got some really great things coming up in the next episode. Please do tune in for part 2 of More Than a ... on the Dream Trips podcast. And don't forget, we'd love to get your feedback. Tag us up on any social media with hashtag Dream Trips podcast if you have any thoughts, ideas as to what you'd like to see on the podcast. And really all that's left for us to say is, remember, the best way to experience the world is together.
The Dream Trips podcast.
The proceeding was a discussion about the benefits of the World Ventures Dream Trips membership and is meant for entertainment purposes only. Offers and benefits will vary by market and location. Members should refer to the DreamTrips.com website for terms and conditions of membership in their market and location.